To understand how a helicopter flies, you first have to understand the controls. The collective controls lift. The throttle and governor managing power and rotor speed. The cyclic guiding where the aircraft goes. And the pedals keeping everything balanced. Each control has its purpose, but in flight they all work together, constantly and precisely. Mastering that coordination is what makes helicopter flying possible. In this video, we're going to break it down step by step on how each of the controls work and the outcomes they can generate, and how they all need to be worked in tandem together. So let's get started as I walk you through the basics.
Alright, let's start with the collective. This is the control that manages the lift of the helicopter. As I raise the collective, I'm increasing the pitch of all rotor blades equally. That increase in blade pitch produces more lift, and you can see the helicopter begin to rise into a hover. Now as I increase the collective, I'm also increasing the drag on the rotor system. That means the engine has to work harder to maintain rotor speed. This is where the throttle and the governor come into play. The governor automatically adjusts engine power to maintain a constant rotor RPM. In most modern helicopters, I don't have to manually adjust the throttle during normal flight. The governor is doing that for me. But I still need to monitor it, because rotor RPM is critical. If rotor RPM gets too low, we lose lift and control effectiveness. Too high, and we overstress the system. Now as I lower the collective, blade pitch decreases, lift is reduced, and the helicopter begins to descend. So in simple terms, the collective controls how much lift the rotor system is producing, which directly affects our altitude. Next, let's look at the cyclic. The cyclic controls the direction of flight by tilting the rotor disc. As I apply forward cyclic, the rotor disc tilts forward, and the helicopter begins to move forward. The same principle applies in every direction. Left, right, forward, and backwards. The important thing to understand here is that the cyclic doesn't just move the helicopter, it changes the direction of the lift being produced. Now let's talk about the anti-torque pedals. The pedals control the tail rotor, which counters the torque produced by the main rotor. When I press a pedal, I'm changing the thrust of the tail rotor, which allows me to rotate the nose left or right. Here's where things start to come together. Anytime I change the collective, I'm also changing torque. So if I raise the collective, I need to apply pedal to keep the nose from yawing. That's why we're constantly making small pedal adjustments, especially in a hover. Now let's look at how all of these controls work together. To maintain a stable hover, I'm making constant small inputs. Cyclic to control position, collective to maintain altitude, and pedals to keep the nose aligned. A lot of these movements you can't even really see unless I really zoom in close. No control is used in isolation. Every input affects something else. Helicopter flying is all about coordination. Small, smooth, continuous inputs. Once you understand what each control does individually, the next step is learning how to blend them together smoothly. That's where real control and real precision comes from. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything else you'd like to learn about helicopters, or just follow me more for future lessons, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Until next time.